The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one taken from the 7. Nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
For a lot of people, there are pros and cons to playing close to home in the NFL. But for Adam Thielen, it's nothing but pros. Grew up not too far from the Twin Cities, loves being a Viking, and is a really dependable.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Throwing, Cousins, setting up the screen for Cook. And some room to work. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Cousins gives way to Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Trubisky going up top for Miller. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Yeah, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Anthony Harris on the tackle. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. On 3rd down, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and puts them in that position.
A first down throw for Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. The numbers for Thielen in that game last week: 5 catches, 61 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. First down, here's Cousins. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Cousins to throw it. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. Get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Tackle made by Emerson Griffin. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken it around the 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Cousins now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And this is Cook with the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Just like that.
On second down now, it's Cook. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Marr on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Quick pass out to Miller. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
All right, partner, this is where I get to show my age. Because I remember when the strip sack kind of came into vogue, where defenders were taught not just to make the tackle, but do that little extra, try and jostle the arm of the runner and knock it free. And that's what we just saw there.
Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the... And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Push him back.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Vikings on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins now. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Cousins now. Just 1 misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. They'll throw again. Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. They'll run on first down. Cook. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Trubisky. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fighting off the defender. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the 31, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
First down, here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Cousins again. Complete. It's Johnson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Again, it's Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Julio Jones, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Texans have the lead in that one. Kenny Stills, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they lead the visiting Saints in that one at halftime. Devontae Adams, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. In the game you're watching, it's been Kirk Cousins with a hot hand in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
3 bucks.
Here's Riddick. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Riddick with a carry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky going to let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come on, QB, come on. Kill.
They run it again with Cook. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Now Riddick. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Now a run with Cook. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
On third down, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he will have a first down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack, but see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Quick pass out to Miller. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Reddick. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Let's get it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got Burton here. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Cousins, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. Oh, nice move. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been terrific so far. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Olabisi Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now out comes Minnesota.
Look at what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Cousins now. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Man, I got you. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
Cook following the penalty. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Cousins to throw it. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. onto the field now come the Bears. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Ready? Mike 54. Come on. You better bring it.
Now Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Mike 58, right there. Check the out, check the out, check the out.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears set to begin their next drive. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards into Chicago first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. On 2nd and 2, Trubisky, he finds Robinson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Trubisky to throw, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now Trubisky. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
What we got?
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Minnesota, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.